Hi Jake, Chris here with a update on your chassis. So here is the test print that I just did. Um, Here's the battery opening, and you have your two battery tabs here for insertion points. Um, both of those have, well, you can't see on the side, silly me. That opening, I made it wider on the print that I'm about to do. It's actually going to be longer as well, um, so that you can access these two um, openings here for your pass through. So if you have wires that you need to come in, you can easily just pass them through. Um, and same thing with this, you have this protective opening here, but then you have this slot here, um, which you can run through either under your board or over your board, depending upon how you want to manage it. Um, this right here is for Captain tape, um, and you just take a piece that starts here, goes over and around, and that should help to um, hold your board in place. Captain tape is a non-conductive tape. It's also not going to leave any tape residue or anything like that. Think of it as almost like the Scotch tape wrapping tape, or the Scotch tape of electrical tape. If you think about it, it's thin, it's clear. Anyway, it's a common thing that's used for installs. Um, so I have this slot here, which really was a previous design. It doesn't really go anywhere, um, but it's there. Sorry. Um, and then you have this slot here, which is open, so that you can choose to, if you need to run something down underneath or what have you, you can do that as well. Um, but yeah, so that's really it so far. I don't think I need to actually increase the length of it any. Um, it's actually very solid, printed at 100% fill. Um, and yeah, so the hardest, the most challenging piece for this print is getting these slots cleaned out. My suggestion is using um, a smaller percentage infill on your supports, and that way when you go to pull them out, it works better. If you have a access to a what's called an IDEX printer, which is a dual print head, they're independent print heads basically. You can use what's called PVA filament, and that's a water soluble um, filament that I use for my supports and that type of thing. I didn't do it for this because my printer's not playing nicely right now. But I got a great print on this, so very happy with the design and whatnot. Anyway, dimensions. So dimensions, here is an 18650 battery. I don't have, as I said, I don't have a 18500 battery, but that's going to fit in nicely. What I did on my next version is I increased the depth of this, and I think I increased the diameter by like 1 millimeter, something like that, to facilitate that sitting in deeper. Um, because in my projections, in my drawings, I didn't like that the battery looked like it was going to be sitting up above the chassis slightly. I didn't want that. I don't want you to having your battery eaten up by the aluminum when you slide it in and out. So that should be resolved. But anyway, and this is not a sanded print, so you're going to get approximate dimensions here. So first of all, sorry that it's in reverse, but here we go. And for this one, and here again, this is just approximate because I didn't clean it up. I'm looking for the cleanest part on this right here, which is just about there. So that's 2.575 for your length. So 2.58 really. Um, and then for your diameter, we're just going to go right to here like that, and 1.083 inches, and these are in inches, and it might have just shifted. Yeah, it's shifting because it's sliding all over the place. So here, let me get that back here, and there we go, right to there. All right. So depending upon how you hold it, it's 1.082. So definitely just a hair under the 1.1 that you had said is the inner diameter of your hilt. Let me just do it this way too, because this is where it's going to be clean and round and solid. So right here, let's see. Yeah, so approximately 1.082, 1.083, somewhere in that neighborhood. And here again, when you get the design, which I'm going to do this one more test print just to make sure that it is, the spaces that I designed came out right. I'm actually going to go back and open this up wider so it lines up with these two circles here, because the idea is that you can run your battery tab cable wiring once you insert the tab down through and hit one of these pass-throughs and bring it down to here. Same thing with you have this extra channel here, which is just for if you have something that you need to put a wiring down here. Here again, that was more from an older design, but it's there and it's usable, and why not, right? Anyway, so here again, you can place your battery tab here and run the wire, and here again, it's really difficult to see. You kind of see it there. It's not going to be a happy place to clean out, but it's not going to be that difficult either if you work it from this side. Anyway, I opened it up so it's wider, and that should make it easier for clean out and running purposes. Anyway, so that's really it in a nutshell. As soon as I get this next print done, I should be able to send you the schematics, and we can go from there. So, and like I said, if you have changes that you find that you need to this, as long as they're not extensive changes, in other words, hey, I need the battery length to be opened up by something, I can do that. Just be aware that any sort of changes may change the total length of your chassis. And here again, the board, I went by your specifications. That should be a really tight fitting opening. But if you get it and print it and you're like, hey, it needs to be 1 millimeter wider, great. Or hey, can you change the length? Yeah, that's easy to do. Anyway, so I think we have a usable, workable design that's going to be fantastic for you and meet your needs, with that request that it stay less than 2.68 inches. So I think we got it. And with that, I'm going to stop talking because I'm just rambling on a little bit. Anyway, have a fantastic day. If you have any questions or you see any changes that you want based upon this, let me know, and I will put those in, but otherwise I think we're just about through. So have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.